Hello, good morning student. Welcome you all in my certificate course Spectroscopic Technique. Myself Dr. Richa Kothari, working as a professor in Department of Chemistry, ITM University Gwalior. Today is the first lecture of our certificate course. So lecture is Introduction of Spectroscopy. In the previous classes you have heard about the term spectroscopy. Today I explain the general introductory part of the spectroscopic technique. Now I explain the next point. According to next slide, or we can say that the spectroscopy is the study of the interaction of matter with the substances. So as per the outline, or my lecture covers the following areas in the form of outlines. First of all, I explain the introduction of spectroscopy. Second is electromagnetic radiations, because electromagnetic radiations plays a very important role in the description of spectroscopy. Electromagnetic theory, properties of electromagnetic radiations, waves and their characteristics, exercise and the learning outcome. So these are the areas which I have covered in my today's lecture. So first of all, I explain the term spectroscopy. Dear student, spectroscopy is the study of interaction of matter with electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiations means solar radiation. Matter means substance which occupies the position in space is known as the matter. Matter divided into three categories: solid, liquid and gas. So the substance which occupies the position in a nature or in a universe is known as the matter, and the electromagnetic radiations are solar radiations, which consist of cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared, radio waves, or so many rays are the examples of the electromagnetic radiations. So spectroscopy is the branch of science which deals with the study of interaction of substance or matter with electromagnetic radiation as a function of wavelength or the frequency of the radiation. So in this term, or in this spectroscopy, we use two terms of the electromagnetic radiation. First one is wavelength of radiation and second one is the frequency of the radiation. In a very short form, spectroscopy is the precise study of the color, because spectroscopy term is generalized from the visible light to all bands of the electromagnetic spectrum. So in a short form, we can say that spectroscopy is the study of the colors which are visible or which comprises of the visible light in the form of different colored bands of electromagnetic spectrum. So according to definition, this is the branch of science which deals with the interaction of substance or matter with electromagnetic radiation. We know that actually spectroscopy is basically based on the electromagnetic spectrum, and this spectroscopy branch is a fundamental tool in the field of the physics, chemistry and astronomy, allowing the composition, physical structure and the electronic structure of the substance to be investigated at the atomic level, molecular level, macro scale and over the astronomical distances. Mean spectroscopy is the branch of science which includes the field of physics, chemistry and the astronomy, and we also explain the behavior of atomic structure, molecular structure, macro scale means very large molecule and astronomical distances. Nowadays the most important application of spectroscopy is biomedical spectroscopy. Biomedical spectroscopy means this spectroscopy branch is utilized in the area of the tissue analysis. Tissue analysis means detection of the tumor, and medical imaging. Medical imaging means X-rays, or we can say that CT scan, all are the medical imaging. So, in a physical science, the spectroscopy deals with the physics, chemistry and astronomy. In case of life science, this spectroscopy is very useful in the name of the biomedical spectroscopy, which is very useful for the analysis of the tissue, or we can say that the tissue analysis or the medical imaging. Medical imaging means CT scan, or we can say that the X-rays, all comes under the category of the medical imaging. Now, spectroscopy is basically based on the interaction of the matter with the electromagnetic radiation. So, first of all, I explain the term electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation means solar radiation. Electromagnetic radiation may be defined as it is a form of energy that is produced by the movement of the electrically charged particles. Electrically charged particles means protons, electrons. So, electrically charged particle travelling through a matter, that is substance or vacuum, or by oscillating magnetic and electric disturbance. So, according to physics, according to chemistry, electromagnetic radiation may be defined as it is the form of the energy. These are the energy packets, and these energy packets are produced by the movement of electrically charged particles like electrons and protons, and these electrons and protons travelling through a matter or the vacuum, or by oscillating magnetic and electric disturbances in the substance. So, electromagnetic radiations are prepared from two fields. One is the magnetic field, second one is the electric field, and both magnetic and electric field come at 90 degree to each other, means both are perpendicular to each other, and the combined waves, when we merge the magnetic and electric field, it is known as the electromagnetic waves, move perpendicular to both electric as well as the magnetic field, occurring the disturbances. In a common language, we can say that electromagnetic radiations are prepared or formed by two fields. One is the magnetic field and the second one is the electric field. Magnetic field and electric field both are perpendicular to each other, that is they are orient at the 90 degree angle, and the electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to the direction of propagation or the direction of the wave movement. So, electromagnetic radiations are prepared from two fields. One is the magnetic field, second one is the electric field. Both are perpendicular to each other, and these fields are also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Direction of propagation means जिस डायरेक्शन में लाइट जाती है. देयर आर थ्री डायरेक्शन, x डायरेक्शन, y डायरेक्शन एंड z डायरेक्शन. So, electromagnetic radiations are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of light. So, these are the electromagnetic radiation are a form of the energy. These are the energy packets. These energy packets are produced by the movement of electrically charged particles travelling through a matter or vacuum, or by oscillating magnetic and electric disturbances in the matter. Dear student, this is the pictorial or picture of the electromagnetic radiation. In this case, the electromagnetic radiations there are three directions: x direction, y direction and z direction. X, y, z directions are known as the direction of propagation, and electromagnetic radiation or solar radiations are prepared from two fields. One is electric field, second one is the magnetic field. and the electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other, that is they form the angle of 90 degree, and this electric field and magnetic field also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. In this case the radiations are moved in this direction. So, this is the x direction, this is y direction, and this is z direction. This is the picture or the movement of the electromagnetic radiation. So, a spectroscopy generally deals with the interaction of this electromagnetic radiation with the substances. Now, I explain the properties of the electromagnetic radiation. We know that electromagnetic radiations are prepared from two fields, electric field and the magnetic field. In the combined form, these radiations are known as the electromagnetic radiation, and these are the energy packets. So, when the electromagnetic radiation occurs, the electron radiations are released as a photon. According to the Planck quantum theory, that is E is equal to h nu, the electromagnetic radiations are always travel in the form of the small energy packets. These energy packets are known as the photons. These energy packets, or these are also known as the bundles of light energy or the quantized harmonic waves. Quantized means constant. When the substance have definite energy, then this is known as the quantized. So, these photons are bundles of light energy or quantized harmonic waves which travels at the speed of the light. The speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 10 meter per centimeter per second. In case of meter, the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Electromagnetic radiation, according to third property, electromagnetic radiations are prepared from two waves, magnetic waves as well as the electric waves, and both waves, electric and magnetic waves, are travel perpendicular to each other, and these waves, that is magnetic waves, electric waves, have some characteristics properties like wavelength, amplitude, frequency, etc. Some basic properties of electromagnetic radiations are wavelength, wave number, amplitude, frequency, period, etc. So, according to properties, electromagnetic radiations are the energy packets, and these energy packets are quantized, means when the energy is fixed, it is known as the quantized, and these electromagnetic radiations are travelled with the speed of light, and the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This slide shows the direction of the electromagnetic radiation. We know that one is the magnetic field, second one is the electric field, and both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, and they travel in this form. This is one wave. One is crust, ऊपर वाला हिस्सा crust कहलाता है, and downward area is known as the trough. The wave is prepared from one crust and one trough. एक वेव बनाने के लिए हमको एक crust चाहिए और एक trough चाहिए. So, this is the movement of the wave which is prepared from the electric field as well as the magnetic field in the direction of x direction. This is known as the direction of propagation. Direction of propagation means जहाँ जिस direction में light जाती है, this is known as the electromagnetic radiation. Now, according to properties, all electromagnetic radiations like X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays, UV rays, IR rays, all are consist of the two field. One is the electric field and the second one is the magnetic field. So, all form of the electromagnetic radiation consist of the perpendicular oscillating electric field and the magnetic field. The most important thing is these electromagnetic radiations can travel through the empty space, means they can travel in the vacuum. For example, sound waves will neither need a solid, liquid or gas. They can also pass through the vacuum. But the electromagnetic radiations has the speed of the light, that is 2.99 into 10 to the power 10 centimeter per second, or we can say that 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and the speed of light is always constant. Just remember, in electromagnetic radiation the speed of light is always constant. The wavelength of the light is always represented by the term lambda. Lambda or wavelength of light or wave is characterized by the term lambda, and lambda is the distance between two successive troughs and crust. दो लगातार ट्रफ के बीच का डिस्टेंस और दो लगातार क्रस्ट के बीच का डिस्टेंस वेवलेंथ कहलाता है. इसको हम लैम्डा से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. तो वेव्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स आर ऑलवेज कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय द वेवलेंथ, and wavelength can be measured or is measured the distance between the two successive crust and two successive crust. Now I explain the term spectrum. Actually, our solar radiation or electromagnetic radiation has wide range of frequencies in the form of the cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, visible, UV, IR, microwave, radio wave, etc. So, electromagnetic spectrum is the range of frequencies of electromagnetic radiation along with their associated wavelength and the photon energy. Electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic spectrum किससे बनता है? When we collect the frequencies of the electromagnetic radiation, and all frequencies are associated with their wavelength and their energy, because according to Planck quantum theory, electromagnetic spectrums are moved in the form of the small energy packets. These energy packets always have the constant energy, that is they are quantized in energy. So, electromagnetic spectrum means this is the range of the frequency of the electromagnetic radiation along with their associated wavelength and the photon energy. As usual, the electromagnetic spectrum consists of gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared, radio waves and the microwave. All these radiations have a wide range of frequencies, wavelength and photon energy, and all these radiations are travel at the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Means all these radiation, that is gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared, radio waves, microwave, all have different frequencies, different wavelength and different energy, but the energy is fixed. Therefore, the energy of the photon is quantized in nature. Now I explain the next point. According to next point, this slide shows the electromagnetic spectrum. You can see the first extremely right hand side X-rays, ultraviolet rays, then visible, infrared rays, gamma rays, microwaves and radio waves. This is the picture of the electromagnetic spectrum, or we can say that all electromagnetic radiations form a spectrum which consists of the X-rays, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, microwave. This is the microwave. Micro mu is the sign of the microwaves and the radio waves, and these are the frequency 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 4, 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. So, these are the frequencies of the electromagnetic radiations and they form the spectrum. This spectrum is known as the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, I explain the term waves. What is the wave? Waves means electromagnetic radiations occurs when an atomic particle like an electron is accelerated by an electric field. The first property is wavelength. This is the property of the waves. First is the wavelength. I have already explained wavelength is represented by the term lambda, and it is the distance between the two successive crusts of a wave or two successive trough of a wave. दो लगातार क्रस्ट के बीच का डिस्टेंस और दो लगातार ट्रफ के बीच का डिस्टेंस वेवलेंथ कहलाता है। इसको हम लैम्डा से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। दिस इज द फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ वेवलेंथ। सेकंड डेफिनेशन इज डिस्टेंस ऑफ वेव पर साइकिल ऑफ द ऑसिलेशन। ऑसिलेशन मीन्स मूवमेंट। डिस्टेंस ऑफ वेव per cycle of oscillation is known as the wavelength. In a short form, we can say that the successive distance of the two crusts or successive distance of the two trough are known as the wavelength, and it is represented by the term lambda. There is a relationship between wavelength, that is lambda, speed of light c, and mu is the frequency. So, according to formula, there is a relationship between speed of light, wavelength and the speed of light. So, c is equal to lambda into mu, where c is the speed of light, lambda is the wavelength of light, and nu is the frequency of light. The most important thing is, shorter the wavelength, greater the frequency. Wavelength जितनी कम होगी, रेडिएशंस की फ्रीक्वेंसी उतनी ही ज़्यादा होगी। ग्रेटर द फ्रीक्वेंसी, हायर द एनर्जी। जितनी ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी होगी उसकी एनर्जी उतनी ही ज़्यादा होगी। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस फार्मूला, दैट इज c इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा इंटू न्यू, द शॉर्टर द वेवलेंथ, ग्रेटर द फ्रीक्वेंसी, greater the frequency, higher the energy. So, cosmic rays and X-rays have the higher energy as compared to the visible light as well as the microwaves and the radio wave. Second term, the most important term of wave is the amplitude. Amplitude means this is a distance from the middle of the wave to the maximum vertical displacement of the wave. जब वेव चलती है तो जितना मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस कवर करती है वेव, दिस इज नोन एज द एम्पलीट्यूड. द मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस कवर बाय द वेव एट द मिडिल पोजीशन और मैक्सिमम वर्टिकल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द वेव इज नोन एज द वेवलेंथ. अगेन इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, लार्जर द एम्पलीट्यूड, हायर द एनर्जी, लोअर द एम्पलीट्यूड, लोअर द एनर्जी. जितना ज़्यादा वेव की हाइट होगी उतना ज़्यादा एम्पलीट्यूड होगा, उसकी एनर्जी उतनी ही ज़्यादा होगी. जितनी छोटी वेव होगी, जितनी हाइट छोटी होगी, उसका एम्पलीट्यूड कम होगा और उसकी एनर्जी भी कम होगी. एम्पलीट्यूड की मदद से, एम्पलीट्यूड टेल्स अस अबाउट द ब्राइटनेस और द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द वेव कंपेयर टू द अदर वेव. एम्पलीट्यूड की मदद से हम ये पता लगा सकते हैं लाइट की इंटेंसिटी कितनी ज़्यादा है, उसकी ब्राइटनेस कितनी ज़्यादा है. सो एम्पलीट्यूड इज द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द मिडिल ऑफ द वेव टू द मैक्सिमम वर्टिकल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द वेव. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द एम्पलीट्यूड. हायर द एम्पलीट्यूड, हायर द एनर्जी, lower the amplitude, lower the energy. With the help of amplitude, we can explain the brightness and the intensity of the wave. Third is the frequency. Frequency may be defined as, it is the number of cycle per second. एक सेकेंड में कितनी नंबर ऑफ साइकिल वेव्स चलती हैं, इसको हम फ्रीक्वेंसी कहते हैं. फ्रीक्वेंसी डिफाइंड एज हर्ट्ज. Hertz is the unit of frequency and also unit is the second inverse. According to Planck quantum theory, if E is the energy of photon and nu is the frequency, then E is directly proportional to nu. But when we remove the proportionality, we get the Planck constant, that is h. E is equal to h nu. H is the Planck constant and its value is always constant, that is 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34. So, frequency can be calculated with the help of the Planck quantum theory, that is E is equal to h nu, and it is the number of cycles per second. एक सेकेंड में कितनी नंबर ऑफ वेव्स पास होती हैं, इसको हम इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन की फ्रीक्वेंसी कहते हैं. फ्रीक्वेंसी को हम हर्ट्ज में और सेकेंड इनवर्स में मेज़र करते हैं. कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हमारे पास फार्मूला है E इज इक्वल टू एच न्यू. दिस इज द फार्मूला ऑफ प्लैंक क्वांटम थ्योरी. और वी कैन से दैट frequency of the wave is directly proportional to the energy. Higher the frequency, higher the energy of the wave, and it is always expressed in terms of the nu, and the unit is hertz or the second inverse. Next point is the period. Period of electromagnetic radiation is represented by the term T, and it is the total time which a wave travel to one wavelength. एक पूरी वेव के चलने में जितना समय लगता है, the total time which a wave takes to travel one wavelength, this is known as the period. Period of wave is represented by the term capital T. Second one is velocity. Velocity is generally represented by the formula velocity is equal to lambda into mu. Lambda into mu. The wave velocity in the vacuum for electromagnetic radiation is, that is speed of light, 2.99 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, or 186,282 miles per second. This is the speed of light in vacuum, or we can say that the speed of light is 2.99 or 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Velocity of light is always constant. This slide shows the total electromagnetic spectrum which we can use in our spectroscopy part or different spectroscopic region. Actually, electromagnetic spectrum starts from gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays. After ultraviolet ray, we get the invisible range, visible spectrum. Visible spectrum further divided into 7 parts: violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. This is the VIBGYOR. Visible range is also known as the VIBGYOR. After visible range, we get the infrared, then microwaves, and the last one is the radio wave. In the top of the column, we get the wavelength. Wavelength of electromagnetic radiation, that is gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, 10 to the power minus 12, minus 11, minus 10, minus 8, minus 7, up to 10 to the power 1. These are the wavelength of the electromagnetic radiations which we utilize in our spectroscopy part. At the below of this graph, we get the frequency. Frequency is like this: 10 to the power 20, 10 to the power 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, these are the frequency. So, this is the overall spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum of solar radiations, or we can say that our solar radiation divided into different categories or different waves: gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, microwaves and radio waves. So, in every spectroscopy or in different spectroscopy, we use different range. For example, for X-ray crystallography, we use X-rays. For ultraviolet spectroscopy, we use ultraviolet. For colorimeter, we use visible light. For IR, we use infrared. For Raman spectra, we use microwaves, radio waves. So, for every spectroscopic unit, spectroscopic part or spectroscopic technique, we use a different electromagnetic spectrum. So, dear student, today I explain the definition of spectroscopy or electromagnetic spectrum, description of electromagnetic spectrum and the properties of the electromagnetic spectrum, which are very useful for the identification of spectra of many compounds which are synthesized in our lab or in a synthetic chemistry. So, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Thanks once again. Thank you.